Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Willow Moon Mystical. I'm Willow, and today is a very beautiful, beautiful March day. So, you may have seen these little guys before. These are the little poppets that I made, and I carry in my Etsy shop and also my store in Homosassa. But I want to tell you how you may use a couple of these poppets, and that is for love and for relationship. Now, um, there's a few ways that these can be used. With these poppets, these puppets can be washed and reused over and over. It's one of the tools you don't throw away. The little petition packet that you made for you with your intention, you put in the back of the heads. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you how these can be used to first to attract love, and second to end a relationship. So first, and also it can be used for healing or protecting a relationship. It just depends on your intention and what herbs you may use. So first, let's begin with creating our petition. So we're going to set these little guys here. You want to take a piece of brown parchment paper. And the reason why I say brown, now, if you know me, I believe in upcycling and recycling. So the paper that I used is, when you get your Amazon packages that come in, they'll have like brown paper stuffed in them. Save that paper and use it for your petition paper. It is wonderful for spell work. It's wonderful for petition work, and it upcycles it. And the reason why it is preferred is because there is no bleach involved. So it's a natural fiber that will just go back to Mother Earth. So I'm going to rip this, of course. And I don't need, I'm just going to take, I think we can, no, I think I'll just leave it like it is. Okay, so first, on your two pieces of paper, you seen how I ripped that in towards me? And these pieces have already been ripped. And when you rip them, you do want to rip towards you as such, because you want to bring this energy in. This is what you're wanting to create and bring in. And then you do it all the way down like this. And you will do it on each um, piece of paper. You turn clockwise because you want to bring it in. Now, if you're wanting to banish a love or end a love, then you want to turn it counterclockwise. But we're wishing to bring it in, so we're going to turn it clockwise. And then we rip the edges towards just to bring it in. Now, on these other edges, they get a little bit more difficult because, yeah, it goes against the grain. So you just want to rip that towards you as you wish to bring this energy in. Again, turn clockwise, and you just want to rip towards you to bring it in. Now, if this is energy you wanted to send away, when you would rip it away from you, turn counterclockwise and whip away from you. So this is either Diesel or Wenderson. So remember to bring in, rip towards you, and turn clockwise or Diesel. And to send away, rip away from you and turn counterclockwise or Witterson. So now we have our first petition. Let's go ahead and get our second one ready. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to rip in towards us because this is what we're wanting to bring in. So again, towards us, turn clockwise, and towards us again, as this is what we're wanting to bring in. And then again, towards us. Always turning clockwise. So say we want to attract a certain person's attention, and we are going to use Jane Doe and John Doe. So here are two poppets that I created, and later these will be available on my Etsy. There is some already available on my Etsy, and that would be Willow Moon Mystical on Etsy. So you would take your two dolls, One to represent her, one to represent him. And let's say we want um, Jane is wanting to attract John. So we would put, for Jane Doe, we would put, um, we could write something like, oh, is this going to write? Yeah. Um, to attract and obtain the love of John Doe. Now I am making this very, very simple to me. And you can do something if you wish for like forever. So mote it be. Okay. So this is something very simple. Now for John, the one you're going to put into John, you're going to put something like, um, I, John Doe, am in love and attracted to Jane Doe forever. And then also the infinity sign. So those are just ideas. Make sure your intention is clear on what you want. I'm just doing this for show and tell. This is a form of symbolic magic. So in the one, to obtain the love of John Doe to me forever, in here you want to add, if this is to attract, you want to add herbs for attract love. And this is already, I already have a spell mix created, but some that you can use is lavender, rose, peppermint, and jasmine. And then add one apple seed for love to grow. One apple seed. I'm a big believer in apples being involved in love, apple seeds were to be planted. And then add a little bit of lady's thumb or some form of knotweed. You don't need much, but this is to bind and tie that love together. And then you're going to fold this. First, you're going to fold down, coming in towards you as such. Now, because we are working with, because I have some red twine that I broke off here. I need to break off two, but I only broke off one. So let me break another. So since I am wanting to attract, I'm using red. Attract love, I'm using red. So I'm going to fold this towards me, turn clockwise, and fold it in again. Turn clockwise and fold it in again. You can anoint this with oil if you desire. You can put as much into this as you desire. Then I'm going to fold this in one more time as such. Now I think I'll just turn one more time because I want a smaller packet, and will it fold back in a little bit? That's good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my string, and again I'm going to wind it in towards me. So I'm going to wind it, turn clockwise, and I'm going to wind it again. And now I'm going to tie this off. And you can use as long as string as you want. But now I'm tying this off. I can smell that peppermint. It smells really good. So there's the first one. Now this one is for John Doe, and I'm going to repeat the process. John Doe, I, John Doe, am in love and attracted to Jane Doe. Speaking on his behalf. Or the words you wish to hear him say. So now I got my attract love verbs. I'm going to add one apple seed for love to grow. And then I'm going to add just a pinch of lady's thumb. to bind it together. And fold in towards me. As such, here is where you would anoint it with oil. In the corners and then dead center to fix it or to lock it in. Then I'm going to turn clockwise, fold back in towards me, turn clockwise, fold back in towards me, turn clockwise, and fold back in towards me. As such, I turn clockwise and try to fold one more time because I like to keep it as small as possible. Take your string and you want to roll towards you, wind towards you, turn clockwise, and again, wind towards you, wind towards you. And then just simply tie it off. Now, it's at this point, I would suggest for you to hold both of these in your hand. Now, let's mark this. We're going to put Jane, and then we're going to put John, just to mark which is which. Hold these in your hand, putting them together, side to side together, name to name together, and concentrate on what it is you wish to attract here. And just put that energy into it. Get it out there into the universe. Concentrate on it. Be specific if you want. Put as much into it as you want to put into it. It's your magic after all. When you are finished, you can drip these with candle to seal them, candle wax to seal them if you wish. And then you're going to place, okay, this is John, this is Jane. So here in the back, you untie just the back of her, and you slide that in. Just as such. And then go ahead and tie it back up. Just as such. And then you're going to do the same for John. And you're going to tie this one back up. Now, to bring in, take a good piece of red twine. Break this. Face them together. Now, here is where you can use your pens. I think I want to use 2 red ones or 2 pink ones or 2 white ones. Something along that line. I want to try to get red. Awesome. And then right through the heart, you would take your pen on Jane. I, Jane Doe, attract the love of John Doe unto me. So mote it be. And then on John, you're going to take your pen and you're going to say, I, John Doe, am attracted to Jane Doe. Forever and always, so mote it be. And now you've pinned that down. Put the 2 dolls facing together. Okay? And then this is where you're going to take your twine and rolling in towards you. Okay? I bind this I need a little bit more tail. And you can say something like, it don't have to be exact, but you can say something like, I bind this love unto thee, Jane to John, and John to Jane. This is my will, so mote it be. Then after you've bound it, you can tie it just in a pretty little bow and place these somewhere until it's been fulfilled. Once it's been fulfilled, you can untie this, take out the little packets and bury them, cleanse your dolls, and these will be ready to use again for the next time you need to do a lover's spell work. Now, here's the difference, okay? So now you have finished. Now this is done. So we're going to take that away. And we're going to take out this packet. Cinch your doll back. Take out this packet. Cinch your doll back. And now we wish for a, take out your pens as this is finished. Cleanse your dolls. Now your dolls are ready to use again. Now say you need to separate a relationship. Okay? Now you're separating a relationship. Then you would write 2 more pockets. Okay? And then this time you would use vanishing herbs. But instead of folding it towards you and turning to the right, you would not fold it towards you and turn it to the right. Let me show you. You would not fold it towards you and turn it to the right. You would fold it away from you and turn it to the left. You would wind it away from you, turn it to the left, and wind it again. Total reverse. Because we're sending this out, we're not sending this in. A good time to do the attracting love is on the new moon to bring energy in. A good time to do a sending away or breaking away is on a full moon because you're releasing and you're sending away. So after you've done the banishing packets, you want to put them in the back of your doll and cinch them to tie them in there. This time you are going to face the dolls away from each other this way. And then you are going to take black thread and you first, so this is a little different. You want to leave a long enough tail and bind one. Let me get that tail out of the way. You would want to, let me get some string here. So leave that tail and you would want to bind one. You just only need to go around once or maybe twice, it doesn't matter. And then you want to go over, leaving enough, okay? And you want to bind 2, again, sending away. So now you bound both of these dolls. But you see that distance you left in between them? Now, turn them back to back, not face to face. You want to go back to back, leaving that string. Let me find that tail. Where's that tail? Leaving that tail out. Let me find my tail. There it is. So I'm going to leave my tail out. I've wound the doll so they're facing away and I left a piece of string there. Now face the dolls back to back, facing away from each other and wind away. Okay? And what you're going to do, you're going to wind it 9 times. And then each day you're going to unwind it once. Well, before you wind it, let me go back now. So much easier when you're actually showing it. Okay, let me unwind this. Wound them around the neck too. Lord have mercy. And I think I'm just going to cut the string because this is getting a little bit too much. So now we've created our banish packets. And we've created the banish packets with herbs of banishment. We've written our petition of separating and breaking this relationship. We've added our herbs. We've anointed it with oil if we wish. Remember, as we folded it in, we folded it up away from us, turned counterclockwise, folded up away from us again, and then we wound it away from us. And black thread for banishment. So now we've done that and we've put them each into the appropriate dolls. Then we're going to take our pens, and this time we can change out our pens and use black pens. Let's see if I have black pens. I do. See if I get another one. There. Put the 2 red back in. So let's take John, and let's say John Doe is no longer attracted to Jane Doe. This relationship has ended. Same. Go to Jane. You can get that thread out of the way. Jane Doe is no longer attracted or in love with John Doe. This relationship has ended and they have separated. Okay? Something to that extent. Let me tie these up because I don't want them to get mixed up. So when you cinch your dolls with your herbs in it, make sure you do tie them up. Okay, so now we've done the pins. Now we're going to face the dolls. We're going to take our black thread, move everything else out. Give me my black thread. And we're going to start with him. Everything else out. Move. Start with him, and we're going to do it counterclockwise. So away. We're going to say, see if we wanted to do it in, we do it this way, but we want to send it away, so we go around this way. And going around the neck is fine. But you only need to go around. You only need to go around once. And you can say, John Doe is no longer attracted to Jane Doe, and this relationship must end and they must separate. Here is where you want to leave some string. So lay him down and come to her. And you're going to do the same thing. Jane Doe is no longer attracted to John Doe. This relationship must end and they must separate. Now, with leaving that space in between your 2 poppets, put them back to back, facing away, and then wind it 9 times and say the same thing. John Doe and Jane Doe are no longer in love and must separate. Now, I cannot do 9 because I did not count 9, but we done about 4 or 5. So on day 1, okay, on day 1, you're going to tie this. And then the very next day, what you're going to do is you're going to unwind it 1 time, saying John Doe and Jane Doe don't love each other anymore, must separate, or whatever you wish to say. And then tie it back. And then on day 2, you're going to do the same. Then on day 3, all the way up until you've done it. And then you are going to separate the dolls. On the very next day, okay, well, it can be actually that same day. When you've unwound it the last time and the dolls can separate, cut the string. Pull them apart and cut the string. This relationship should now be ending if it hasn't already. When you are finished, take out your pens and cleanse them. Take out the packets and bury them. Cleanse your dolls, put them away, and they shall be ready to use and go again. You can do the same thing if you wish to heal a relationship. You can do the same thing if you wish to reunite a relationship. Or, yeah, there you go. So, using your dolls for something like this in the love spell and to attract love, you can use them for attracting love, to separating a love, to heal a love, or to reunite a love. I thank you for joining me. If you will, like, subscribe, and notify. Leave a comment below and share, if you will, please. I love to hear what you have to say. Look for me on Facebook under Willem and Mystical. Look for me on YouTube under Willem and Mystical. And look for me on Etsy under Willem and Mystical. And if you get a chance to get out to Howard's Flea Market and Homosassa, look for Willem and Mystical, the store there. Thank you for joining me. Stay forever magical, my friends, and blessed be.